In the book of Judges, as Gideon's preparing for battle, God gives us another name for him, another glimpse at who he is. Jehovah Shalom, the God of peace. Now, to understand how the God of peace makes sense at this time of war, we need to understand what is meant by shalom. Because shalom is something much deeper than just not fighting with somebody. It's the way that God's created order was meant to live. This beautiful, harmonious, loving peace between all created things. But when man sinned, when we chose ourselves over God, we did something much deeper than just breaking a rule. We broke shalom. We broke God's peace. And now man finds himself at war with all things around him. But most importantly, man finds himself at war with God, separated from him. And so when the Messiah comes, when God himself comes down to earth, we see in the person of Jesus Christ throughout his narrative this figure of peace, someone that the broken could rally around, whether it's Mary and Martha after the death of Lazarus, whether it's the blind and the broken. We see in Christ a glimpse of peace. And ultimately on that first Easter, when Christ proved himself to be too much for death, we see the foundation and the constructs of death falling apart. Through the cracks, we get our first glimpse at God's restored creation. In the person of Christ, we see shalom.